Welcome everyone to the second attempt at today's stream. Earlier things kind of went a little goofy, but we're giving another swing. Today, we're drawing Scathach from Fate Grand Order. Welcome Code, welcome Jay. Thank you for joining me today. Anyway, earlier today, I tried to do this stream and the canvas, the art was just not flowing, but I think I've taken a moment, eaten some lunch, eaten some dinner, gotten myself refocused, and I think we're going to be doing just fine this evening. Thank you for joining me, and we'll get going. All right, so how you guys doing today? You guys doing well? I know you were working on tank there earlier. Code, you still trying to decide what color you want those. So let's do that aside of an angle. What color you want your tank's armor and stuff to be, or rather, you figured out where you want the parts colored at. And how are you doing, Jay? Been a while since I've heard from you. If you're the Jay that I think you are, I don't know if you necessarily are, but maybe you are. If you're not the Jay that I think you are, pleasure to meet you. Glad to have you in the stream. And yes, I am the same Jay. Alrighty. Let's see, currently painting the turrets for hull guns. Nice, nice. Alrighty. Let's see. Turrets for hull guns sounds fun. I mean, just the concept of hull guns in general sounds fun. Bigger guns are always better, as we know in every game ever. Needs more DACA. Do the orcs have a knight tier subfaction? Like, do orcs field knights that have been reclaimed? Or claimed, I should say, not reclaimed. Let's see, we'll sketch in a rib cage back here. Draw a hand. I have a few ideas for what I actually want this pose to be, so I'm kind of working towards a target. Morka or Gorka knots. They are orc walkers. Oh, okay. And those are like those are like the open top things, right? Just the orc walkers, where you just got like a dude sitting in top of like a big iron bucket with guns strapped to the side. So, the original plan was to do Scathach here in more in like contemporary clothing, so we were struggling a bit with that earlier, but the new plan, I'm thinking, is, you know, one of those white button-ups laying lazily open in an undershirt, which I think will work out nicely. And we can get her nice annoyed look on her perpetually annoyed look. Alrighty. Oh. Wow. Even that very basic sketch of a face is looking better than is looking more Scathach than some of the faces we were painting earlier today. Some of the Titanic walkers, it's open top, though about every other walker is closed. Oh, I see. Alright. I did not know that. Cool. So then walkers are just like Warhammer AT-AT then, I would get, I guess. Yeah, or something like that. Nope. Put like a tank top in there and the undershirt. Pull the fabric down, start getting the kind of crinkles worked in. Let's expand this a little bit. Yep, this is already going wildly better than earlier today. I'll be honest, this is your first time joining the stream. Well, thank you for showing up. I'm glad you're here. I'm always glad to have new people. If you have any questions, by all means, and I just kind of like hanging out with people while I'm drawing here. And, if there's any characters that you think that you'd really like to see drawn, feel free to leave a comment in this description so I can take a look at it after the stream, and I certainly will. Elder Titans would be Pacific Rim style. Most Tau suits are Gundam-like, but zero melee. Interesting. Oh. Okay, so they're like just the shoulder cannons and stuff. None of the swords and stuff that Gundams carry about. Okay, cool. A couple little sketch spots for buttons. And what would be nice? Let's give her like a necklace or a choker or something, maybe both. Just 'cause. Is there a good symbol? Maybe we just do like a little lance or something. I could probably drop that a little lower. Put the Gaia blog alternate in there as a necklace for her. There we go. That's not bad. Let's get some hip in there before we cut out the edge. I'll pull this. Let's pull the back here a little more forward. Nice. There we go. How long have I been drawing? Well, this one about 10 minutes, but I'm guessing you're asking more as a general purpose, I have been doing daily drawings for 52 days, or this is the 52nd day, rather. But just in general, I have been drawing on and off for probably about 7 or 8 years at this point, in a pseudo-professional fashion. That being said, you know, that's how long I've been taking it very seriously about, you know, actually being good at drawing. But I have been drawing. I was drawing very casually even as far back as high school, so that's over a decade ago at this point. So I've got a fair bit of experience under my belt. That being said, I've also had long periods of hiatus drawing. 10 minutes. Right. I have had long periods of hiatus while drawing. Not terribly long ago. I took a break for very close to a year where I basically didn't draw anything at all. I was off doing game development and stuff over the course of that year, so I was largely doing like programming and 3D modeling and stuff like that, and basically got zero drawing at all done last year. Like all of my social media things, like ArtStation, my old Twitter, all that stuff, just completely and totally left abandoned. Not that there was much there to begin with, because I'm just bad at doing social media, as it turns out. Somehow I've managed to lose 2 subscribers in the last 24 hours on YouTube, which is oof. But that aside, things happen. I'll get practice at it. I did decide to take today, after recognizing that I did just lose 2 subscribers completely at random. I went, maybe doing the whole shorts and full length. What game was I developing? I was developing an indie game. The game I was developing, well, actually, there were 2 games over the last year that I worked on. One of them I was working on completely solo, which I'll get to in a minute. The other one I have published. The one I've been working on solo I haven't published yet, but the other one is published. So the solo project, was the one I'm actually excited about, is a bounty hunting game. So you, as the protagonist, will go out into the world and try and track down criminals of various sorts and bring them back to collect their bounties. And then, so the whole system is designed around, it's a turn-based fight style, and the system is designed around trying to utilize these sorts of mechanics common in, like, Pokemon. So you're trying to capture your bounties without killing them. And to do that, you need to wound them in combat, and then successfully use, like, specialty capture skills on them in the same manner that one might use a Pokeball or something in Pokemon. So there's a lot of this risk-reward of trying to get the target weak enough to successfully capture, while still without accidentally killing them altogether, because you will collect less. Your bounty reward will be much lower if the target's dead. They want them alive. So he'll do that, and then you can recruit characters to bring into your party and kind of So it'll be a currently it's set up for 6v6 sort of fights, turn-based like Final Fantasy or Suikoden style, if you're familiar with more Suikoden, slightly less Final Fantasy. Final Fantasy is more on the 4v, 3v a lot or 4v a lot, whereas Suikoden was pretty much always 6v6 for fights, or 6v something really tough. So that is the game I am currently working on, which I am quite excited about, and I think is going to do pretty well. Well, I'm hoping it'll do well. I think it'll do well for a completely solo project. Which, by that, I mean, if it sells 100 copies, I'll be perfectly happy. But the development on it's been going pretty well. The other game that I've worked on that is actually published and out there, and you can go download it. It's just completely free to play. It's a little game called Kobolds, and it's like a puzzler. You try and solve little like pressure button puzzles and stuff like that as you're wandering through caves using kobolds that have various special abilities. So like we have an earth kobold that's immune to damage, so you can have the earth kobold walk in front of the party to let you bypass like crossbows and other traps like that. Whereas then we have a fire kobold that while they're in front of the party, they'll light nearby flammable objects on fire and stuff, which is pretty cool. Let's see. Dracus. I almost just sliced the insides of my fingers. I was getting my X-Acto knife out and it slipped a bit in my hand. Oh my. Yeah, you mentioned that you were currently working on a text-based adventure. You didn't say a whole lot about it, but it was something about trying to get like a dragon wife or something you had mentioned or it was one of the endings. Am I correct in that? At least on the Discord, that it sounded cool, and I'd certainly love to give it a play test if you ever get it up on like itch.io or something. Here. But yeah, I love games and game design and stuff. That was, kind of my childhood dream job was go be a game developer. And it's hard. Let's just put it that way. Oh man, I just realized how bad that wrinkle looks there. Because that was not the way I intended that particular wrinkle to look. And yeah, we needed to change that. Let's get a little bit of a cross wrinkle here. Anyway, let's see. Doing it in C of all languages. I mean, C is not a bad language. There's a reason it's still around, despite there having been several alterations and quote upgrades for it. It's still one of the most used languages out there. I'm certainly impressed that you chose to go with C as opposed to just taking like you didn't just go with like a RenPy or something, which kind of would have done all of the basic stuff for you. It'd give you a save system, a load system, a panel passage system, a rewind, etc. Because, I mean, RenPy is basically built for doing visual novels. Or rather, text-based adventures and visual novels sort of deals. But, yeah, I'm definitely impressed to hear that you're programming the whole thing. Alright, let's see. Yeah, let's put a cuff on here. All right, cool. A little button there. Actually cut that tank top just a little shorter, and we can get a belly button. There we go. All right, and let's fix up that face. I was learning C for my degree and wondered if it would be possible. Oh, I see. I mean, it's always possible. It's just a matter of how stubborn are you? Let's drop that a little bit. No, yeah, I had to make all the basic programs like saving and loading a save file. Yeah, that's one of the reasons why I like working in Unity, is Unity, if I go, I need a system to do X or a system to do Y, and it's a common thing, I can go out and I can find someone who has kind of pre-built that system, and I don't have to write it myself, I just have to adapt it to my situation. So for example, I did initially try to write my save system myself. I went, wow, this is worthlessly complex to try and do all by myself. I can get one thing saving, and it's taken me like 20, 30, and it took me like 20 to 30 hours before I got the first thing saved correctly after all the debugs, and went, this is cumbersome and obnoxious, and I'm going to have to repeat this process for how many things? No, I'm just going to go download a save system. Because, well, in short, I don't have a super concise file structure. I'm a little messy in that regard. Pull up a picture of Scathach's face here so I can make sure I get it right. This one? No. What is this? Yes. There we go. But yeah, definitely impressed. And you know, if definitely want to give it a test at some point. Hell, if you even just want to like run story thoughts, by all means message me. I love the process of game development, so I'll help you out in basically any way you need. If you want to DM me a link to where I can download Kobolds, I'll give it a try. Yeah, sure. Let me see if I can go grab that. That should only take seconds. I think I got it bookmarked even. Where was it? I know I have it bookmarked. I just had to remember where I put my bookmarks. Derp. There we go. That's the one. You don't even need to download it. I even made a browser runnable build of it, so I can DM that to you too. That's there we go. That one. Pretty sure this is the one. The 1935. That's the correct one. Yeah. I'm not going to claim that Kobolds is a particularly good game for the record. It was almost entirely built in a 48-hour weekend and then slightly updated about 2 weeks after that. So it's a little scuffed. There's definitely some bugs in it. All right, there you go. Got yourself a link to some Kobolds. It only takes, 5 minutes to play the whole thing. Maybe 10. Like I said, it's not the most complex game, it's not the most innovative thing, but it was it was a fun little game jam project that we took the time to go and polish up a little bit afterwards. I do enjoy me some game jams. Speaking of game jams, since you do game development and stuff, if you ever decide, you want to take a short break from the main project you're working on and maybe work on a game jam, because by all means, hit me up. I am always down to partner with people for a game jam. Let's see. And how her hair goes? No, it's more down here. But yeah, I am a big fan of game jams. I think they're a ton of fun. It's just a big problem-solving weekend. And I think this side needs to be a touch lower. A little not there, but yeah, and enlighten you as what a game jam is. So a game jam is where a whole bunch of game developers get together and they say, all right, we're going to break into small teams or sometimes even solos. We're going to pick a prompt, and then everyone's going to sit down and make a game over the course of 48 hours. So typically someone will host a game jam and be like, all right, on Friday, they'll announce the prompt. And, let's say the prompt is Jello. I don't know, it was just the first thing that came to mind. Every team then will go and try and make a game on the prompt Jello. It doesn't have to necessarily have Jello in it. It doesn't, but if it takes some of the themes, the feelings of Jello, maybe you play as a jiggly slime character that can bounce or something. So it's not quite Jello, but has that sort of idea. Or maybe you make yourself a cooking game. So, Jello just happens to be one of the things you can cook. As long as it's vaguely in some way related to the prompt, it counts. The prompt is mostly just there to get you going, so to speak. But yeah, and then you go over the 48 hours, so you'll get your prompt on Friday, and everyone at like noon or something, and then everyone will go and they'll make their games over 48 hours. Sometimes there'll be like a big group Discord where groups can exchange information and ask each other questions and ask for help and bring in specialists. So an artist might bounce between two or three groups just because they're like, well, I can only do art, and some games only need so much art. Or maybe, you have a musician bounce between a couple groups. Or then you'll have like a programmer typically stay completely on one game the whole time because, well, that's typically where the biggest crunch is. And then you'll make the game, and then everyone will, at the end of the 48 hours, everyone will trade games and play each other's games and be like, I like your game for these reasons, and you'll be like, I like your game for these reasons, and you'll trade tips, and everyone will kind of learn new things about the game development process. It's because it's all done in 48 hours, it's really low stakes. So, even if you don't like the game you made necessarily, it's not like you're out much. You're out a weekend, and that's it. You're not out months of effort. But sometimes, you'll make a game and be like, wow, this was an incredible amount of fun to play. We should make this into a full game. So, some games have become full games that started in game jams. For example, a very recent one that you might be familiar with that only exists because it was created in a game jam is Vampire Survivor, was originally a Game Jam game. So I believe that originally came out in the Global Game Jam in 2021. And then they took it and polished it up over a few months and weeks and released it early 2022. So it's a great prototyping ground as well. So yeah, they're definitely a lot of fun. If you've never done one, I would highly recommend it. I can point you to a couple of places that do game jams on the semi-regular after the stream for those, just because we'll have to dig a little bit, but that link that I sent you is linked to itch.io, and they do like a weekly posting of all the game jams coming up. So it's typically easy to find a game jam that you want if you really want to do a game jam on a specific weekend. But yeah, just absolute blast to play them, or well, not play them, but to participate in them, because you'll get to try, depending on the size of the game jam, something like 30 new games or so that you've never played before, that have never existed before that weekend, and are almost all crazy concepts or a crazy twist on something. So we'll take that Jello example. You might say, hey, let's make a platformer, but it's got to be Jello themed. So instead of just platforming, you're platforming with a character that can't stop moving. Every time they land, they automatically bounce, or something like that, which that adds a whole new element to trying to platform. So yeah, they are a lot of fun. Highly recommend giving them a go if you've never done one. Just her eyes. Overall, this is going pretty good, though. While I'm not happy that we ended up canceling the other stream, I am happy that this particular painting is going so much better than what we had in the stream earlier today. That was, oh boy. That was going to be embarrassing, to say the least. Let me get a good look at her eyes here. Need to bring that nose down a little bit. There we go. That's a lot better. But I would definitely say that game jams are like... But one of the best things an aspiring young game developer can go and do is it lets you meet a lot of people in the field. It lets you see a lot of cool ideas, and it lets you learn a lot of things very quickly. Oh. Hey Matt, how are you doing? Thank you for dropping in. Good. I'm glad you didn't see the previous one. It was horrible, to say the least. By about this point in, we were still trying to sort out the basic pose. It was, oh boy, it was bad. But I think this is gonna work out just fine. Let's add a belt to those pants there. There we go. Yeah, you get it. You've been there where just nothing you're doing quite works. Should shrink that brush just a little bit. Actually, let's try this. Let's just jump to the outline first. Cool. But yeah, this actually looks like Scathach here. The other one, despite having the vaguest idea of the hair shape, did not even remotely have that feeling of looking like Scathach. And it was... it was not pretty. That's why I deleted the stream immediately after ending it, and no one will ever see that again. The only witness to what took place there, I believe, is Code here, and oh, actually no, Nafuzi did drop in as well. So we're gonna have to tie up those loose ends later. Yeah, if you got a suggestion, feel free to drop it in the comments. Code, I'm currently wondering how hard it would be to paint a golden demon worthy knight. Don't know. But yeah, feel free to drop something in the comments so it's easier to pick out after stream there instead of having to scroll through a huge chat. Just like drop it in the comment below the video if you have something you'd like to suggest. Sounds like I need to paint more Fate characters with casual dress. Maybe. I don't think that's quite it. I think it was just, you know, bad headspace or something. Couldn't say exactly. Man, Fate characters have, like, chins, crazy sharp chins. Like, looking at her art here, you could cut a steak on her chin. Okay, let's see. Let's get the shape of these bangs down. But yeah, I mean, I'll get Tamamo painted up probably next week in some casual dress, and we'll see how that goes. I suspect it should go okay. I don't anticipate any problems. Honestly, the stream earlier today was probably the single worst I've had it for a painting stream. So it was definitely, out of 52 streams, it was definitely a bit of an anomaly. So I don't expect that or anticipate that to happen hardly ever. And was somewhat surprised that it did. But it was just not doing well. Probably didn't get enough sleep, completely honest. I only got like 4 hours of sleep last night before the stream and took a nap after the stream, and I think that helped. I might have moved that mouse just a little too low. We can pull it up here. Also, I think I want to split it just a touch so that the lip doesn't quite touch in the middle there. Or rather, that the line doesn't quite join in the middle. We'll make it look a little more delicate. Yeah. Like that. A little more like lips. But, no, I feel like this one's going pretty well. Oh, Jay, when you mentioned that you had made a game and said kobolds, I thought you were talking about to say you made the kobolds left behind. I'm glad that wasn't the case, because I would have screamed. To say I made the kobolds left behind? What do you mean? I don't know what kobolds left behind is. That being said, you know, you do have to leave some kobolds behind on some of the puzzles. But, you know, you're working together as a cohesive unit. But yeah, I can't say that I'm familiar with a game called Kobolds Left Behind, if that's what you're talking about. A little bit. Yes. Kind of a little pop in there. Got a little bit of wrinkle. It's a game made by the same people who did Dragon Audit. Never heard of that either. If these are like text games or something, more like a visual novel or something, that I don't actually play a ton of those. I've only ever played a very small couple of them. So, very easy for me to not know what you're talking about with those. Get that cuff in there. Let's see. Do we want that? Let's add a couple wrinkles here, but I don't think we're gonna actually have it pull all the way to hide the edge. Like, we're gonna have to kind of fake the edge here a little bit. After the stream, you should look it up. It's about auditing a dragon girl. Huh. Sure. Take a look. I'm curious now, half wondering if you mean scream in a good way or scream in a bad way, because, you know, I could not tell. Do you recommend the game or not? Like, is it a game that you think is worth playing? I guess is the real question. Good way. Okay, good way. Nope. I am not associated with that game company in any way. Alright, well, I'll take a look, sure. Code, I'm regretting having glued the tracks on when I built this. Hidden details behind the base tracks. Oh, yeah. I mean, something that can help with that is before you glue stuff together, do a black wash. That way, even if you miss something and you realize you should have gotten it painted before you glued it together, you got the black wash in there, so there's shadows kind of pre-baked where you sort of need them. That's why the black wash is one of the things I often start with. Well, I wouldn't say necessarily start with, but when I get to the painting phase, I will often go to a black wash pretty quick. Let's try the opacity a little bit more on that so we can start seeing what we're doing here. Oh, all right, we never finished the face. I should probably do that. Ooh. So drop that opacity, don't bring it back. It's on Steam. All right. I'll take a look. Let's see. We got the hair vents. The very important hair vents that keep the engine from overheating in there. We all know you can't let an anime girl's hair vents get clogged, otherwise she will overheat and shut down. Let's see. Like that. Yeah, that'll work. Pull this in. That's a decent curve. We'll just roll with it. Something in there. Don't know exactly. Let's get the cuff of this sleeve drawn. We do have a bit of a hard time limit on this one, which I often don't have, but do got to get this posted by midnight, so we're a little bit against the clock, but I think we're going to be just fine in that because we're already getting into nearing the end of the line art, and it's looking pretty good, and we're not even an hour in. Okay, what we got? I had to build it at an event at my LGS the day, and in the other new Horus Heresy stuff released, so blame it on me not having studied the instructions. Instructions? You read instructions for building models? I just wing it. I didn't realize models had instructions with them. Doesn't everyone just, always wing it for models? That's crazy. Why would you need instructions? It's just a big pile of plastic. It's not like it's going to catch fire or anything if you do it wrong. It's not like a appliance or anything. Not like a grill or an air conditioner where if you put it together wrong, it's going to do something horrible to the property. Let's actually do that. Oh yeah, we should probably put one of those over here too. Just get that little... Cool. Considering it was $125, I didn't want to risk it. Oh, well, I mean, there is that. Yeah, I guess they are Warhammer models, so those are always overpriced. Let's see, it's gonna be like pinkies down there, I believe, in that pose. Is that right? Yes. Pinky is down. Gotta get the out of the hand. Pinky down. And there's kind of the knuckle ridge gonna be about there, I want to say. Thumb. And fingers. There we go. Maybe I'm doing it too long. I might honestly have the hand too long there. Well, let's try bringing that back a little bit. Bring it back. We have the wrist more here-ish. And get kind of the hand there. Get the pinky wrapping around. Probably won't see the thumb if we're pulling back a little bit. Something in that? It doesn't feel right. That feels really off. Like it almost feels upside down. Not sure why. The big knights are about 200 a box, while plastic armatures are about 100 for two. Though I've built so many of those, I can somewhat do it blind. Let's see. Yeah, this hand is giving me a bit of a rough time here. Alright, let's try it this way. I'm gonna toss it onto a new layer and see what we can do there. Alright. And we got the back of the hand about there. Finger open, so we can actually bring the fingers more down, and then we can do like 2 fingers here. Okay, yeah, that's starting to get close to what we're looking for. Had to kind of formalize what I was doing a little bit instead of just winging the hand. Let's add a little bit of bend to the forefinger there. Kind of pull this and put a little bit of something like that. Maybe That's sort of in the ballpark. I feel like these two here are a little big. Yeah. Yeah, I gotta get more of that pull them together feel. Okay. That's sort of hand, but still, man, still is not good. Hands are hard. Yeah, I was smart enough to have something I could, yeah, something like that might work. Yeah, what if we tuck the fingers under? That might look a little more. Yeah, let's try that. So it'll be a bit more-ish. Get the knuckles. I think that might be part of it, is, we didn't have nearly enough width on the back of the hand there. Okay, good. I've tried drawing. Hands are hard. Hands are extremely hard, and I have drawn an insane number of hands, and I still struggle with them pretty frequently. Our brains are super well wired to find incredibly small inconsistencies in hands, in the same manner that we're really well wired to find small inconsistencies in people's faces, because hands are used to communicate almost as much as a face is. So you can trigger that uncanny valley almost as easily with bad hands. In some cases, easier than. Yeah, we'll add button. Actually, tuck down a little more. There we go. Come on. There. That'll work. There. I'll get a little bit of that undershirt drawn in there. Add a little wrinkle to it. Belly button. Where are we at? Just the eyes and the tips of the hair back here. Cool. Let's see. I love Uncanny Valley stuff. Like, isn't there a rare type of Nosferatu vampire that triggers Uncanny Valley instead of Disgust? Maybe there could be. Matt, you might know more on that particular one than I do. I don't know the Nosferatu nearly as well as I do some other clans. Is there a Nosferatu alternate flaw or something that gives them an Uncanny Valley like thing instead of a horrific disgust? Although after learning wingdings, I've gotten better. Wingdings. What's wingdings? Can't say I'm familiar with what wingdings are. Wait, is that one of those like weird type fonts where none of the letters are letters and they're all like just weird random scribbles? A symbolic font. So yeah, it is one of those. None of the letters are letters, and they're all weird random scribbles. Let's get some eyes in there. You actually don't have a ton coming down on the side there. Interesting. Very red eyes. Where's the down? There. I need to lower this eyelid a bit. I think I do. All the letters AI are different hand poses. Oh, interesting. Yeah, that would be a great way to get better at drawing hands, is to write in a type font that's a bunch of different hand poses. I should look that up. Yes, this is Alex's music. I hired him to make a soundtrack for the stream. It's very piano, which is definitely his preferred instrument. Yeah, I basically said, you know, I need something kind of non-intrusive. It'd be good to listen to for that would do a nice loop for like a 2-hour-ish stream, and to see what he could come up with. And he was like, "Yeah, sure, I can do that." And he came back with this a while later. Let's see, that needs to move in, and I am quite pleased with it. I think it sounds quite nice. He also gave me a couple other shorter tracks that I can use to splice in for other content, like when I'm making the time lapses and stuff. I use those. I still hate drawing the letter B, which is the OK hand pose. Ooh, that's a hand pose, all right. Yeah, OK is not easy to draw by any means. Get a shoulder, get the necklace we sketched in. Just got that little gay blog reference on it. Or bulg, gay bulg, I think. There. There we go. All right, pretty good for line art. Yeah. All right, let's get some colors in there. I am While I was annoyed with it at the time, I am very glad that I canceled the stream earlier today and decided to reschedule for this evening, because, oh, this is so much better than what we would have gotten. Early in there, let's see. Matthew, is there a type of Nosferatu that it is Uncanny Valley discussed? Yeah. Code was asking about that earlier. In Vampire the Masquerade, is there like a flaw or a merit that the Nosferatu can get that puts them more in like the Uncanny Valley state instead of the like horrifying, monstrous disgust? It's something I wasn't sure of myself, and I thought you might know. If you're still here, or maybe you've wandered off. Perhaps building your Yamato. Might depend on the edition. Oh, that's fair. I'm trying to remember. I think V20 Revised 3rd edition, the answer is no. But I might be off on that. The place to look would be any version of the Nosferatu clan book. How many versions of the clan books are there? I thought that we only got like clan books in like the 2nd ed and then like the brand new one, 5th edition, was it? Or no, 4th? The New World version. Let's see. Kind of that dark blue, slightly purple. I'll fit with the undershirt there. Actually, do we want to do a dark undershirt? If we do a dark undershirt with that main shirt, we'll have to kind of do a little bit of color through. We'll be fine. Let's see if they have specific merits and flaws. 3rd Revised, I don't think there's one for 20, but I'm tempted to say that there were clan books for 2nd ed. Oh, okay. We're going with the dark undershirt. This could be a mistake, or it could be nice. Yeah, let's get the overshirt colored. Let's do a slight off-white for that. Actually, let's drop a layer below because we got most of the other stuff done here. And blue jeans. The real person to ask would be Tim. Yeah, I mean, go ahead. I can pass the message on later. That's not it, art. All right. Okay, let's merge these color layers down. We'll clean up the edge here real quick on them. It's all one nice color layer. Good. Jay, I'll have you know that my cat is also enjoying the stream. Oh, that's good. I'm glad I can produce content that at least someone enjoys. It's nice having y'all join me for the stream this evening. I wasn't feeling great about it earlier after I canceled the last one and found that, you know, I lost 2 subscribers today and stuff. That's 10% of my subscriber count gone. Oof, it hurts. I don't know why. It's possible that they were like bots or something and YouTube did like a bot purge. But either way, it made me a little sad. This edge, food, that'll work. Get in here. This edge. Sweet. Alrighty. That here, get there. Good. Let's clean that up slightly. We can touch that. Gonna need to clean this up a lot here. I think I just finished all the black of the hull. Now to swap paint water and start the layering blue. Yeah. Good time to swap that. So, you know, sometimes you might want to not swap it right away. Sometimes having slightly dirty paint water can actually help. It depends on exactly what you're painting. As you get a very small amount of the other paints leaking in, so it can give a bit of a unifying feeling to it. It's very on an individual basis that you got to make that call whether or not you want that little bit of unification or whether it'll just make the colors muddied. This blue is probably too dark for here. Let's try and grab that. We'll that. All right, let's brighten that just a little bit. Add a little bit of saturation. Add a little bit more blue. Yeah, that's gonna be a bit closer to what we're looking for. Blue's not blued. It's currently an incredibly dark gray, maybe slightly blue tinged though. There we go. Yeah, let's. Oh, I did not get the line out for the other half of the collar right. Oh. Oh well. We'll work with it. Missing anything? This hair could use a touch up there. What do we do time-wise? Hour 15. Cool. It's just... that'll work. There we go. Little touch up there. Little touch up there. Oh yeah, that feels pretty Scathach. Let us add some clipping layers. All right, so let's add the undershirt under the shirt, and we can throw this in as a thin layer, just where it's slightly showing up through the shirt. I'll get that feeling of a thinner cloth. Oh, look at that. Probably could have had a little bit showing over on that shoulder too. Then we can drop that opacity to like there. Put some down here. Here. Let's drop that opacity a bit more. Yeah, that'll work. Filter. Let's give that a just slap blur on that. Bring back a tiny bit of that opacity. Ooh, there we go. Perfect. Exactly what I was looking for. We'll merge that down. Let's do one more of those, actually. We're going to do that with this. I gotta know, have you ever, while drawing traditionally, tried to hit Control-Z while you were making a mistake? Nope. That's never been a problem for me. You know, I've definitely gone, wow, I wish I had Control-Z, but I've never, like, tried to hit the button for a Control-Z or anything. But there definitely has been a little bit of the, wow, I really wish I had a Control-Z. A little bit more. There we go. Oh, wow. That worked out really well to make it, to make it feel like that, white button up there is just a touch filmy. I've done it while writing once or twice. Yeah, I don't know. It's just for me, they're distinct enough mindsets, I suppose, that it's not really much of an issue. Let's create a clip mask. That's too yellow. Let's pull that here. There we go. Just post a picture of the whole plating after painting on the black. All right. I'll take a look at that here in a moment. I want to get the yellow highlights in here. Or just, the highlights. Let's see, just a touch there. Let's get a touch over here. That's probably too much. Just a touch too much. All right. We'll run across the bangs real quick. Cool. A little bit into there. A little bit back here. Just a hint here. All right. I'm gonna come back in with a bit of white and throw that into the big spots on the yellow. Cool. That looks pretty good. All right, let's take a look at this tank picture you posted. All right, hole after painting it black. Oh, yeah, look at that. Yeah, I mean, it looks like it could probably use another coat. There's some little bit places where kind of looks like the plastic might be showing through just a touch, but yeah, it looks pretty good. Let's add just a little bit of that yellow here. And we can drop that opacity ever so slightly on that whole layer. Cool. Let's add a shadow layer as well. We'll grab a nice dark blue. I know this is way too dark, but we're going to knock it back with an opacity drop in just a bit. right, let's drop that down. There we go. That's about what we were looking for. Pull more shadows into some of the other corners. Get those wraparounds for the wrinkles for the shirt. Cuffs of the collars. Under the vast tracts of land. And the inside of the cuff the collar. Inside there. Alright, then let's do little shadows through here. Some shadows through here. Oh, yep, that hand should probably get them too. Some shadows here. It's kind of behind the head. Shadow right there. Push it back a little bit. Shadow in here. Just kind of on that general crusade to get the shadows close quickly. So we can get it done. Alright, and a little bit more. Where do we go? Dark blue. There, a little bit there, a little bit there. A little bit on the inside here. Over the forehead. On the inside of the chin. Around. Cool. Alright, those shadows are looking pretty good. Let's jump up to like a proper face layer and like make this face look great. It's still looking a little, just a little not so good. Now it's almost like there isn't a face drawn in yet. So, dark red eyes. So let's drop that onto the color layer. Let's grab the white. The eyes right through there. And there. And there. And corrections layer. A little bit of that red into the eyelashes. And add a little bit of shadow with that. Good. It's getting a bit of that Scathach glare that we're looking for. The why are you bothering me with this with something so trivial glare? I don't know whatever you're bothering her with, but she's definitely annoyed by it. Let's pull that more to that yellow orange range. Cool. Let's get this eye looking a bit more on par. Where are the areas that look like they had a little bit of exposed plastic? So let's see. If you look right in that, the big ones that I'm seeing here is that big front center faceplate. It doesn't look like it's flat. It looks very a little bit splotchy in the picture. So I'm not sure if it's just you were planning on painting that a different color, or if that's black and it looks like, and then there's plastic showing through. I'm not entirely sure what's going on there. But if that's supposed to be the black, that could probably use another coat. If you're just talking about these little accent pieces on the like quarter paneling and stuff, then yeah, those look great. Red up. Help it reflect into her eyes a little bit. Get the eyelid mark in there. This could use to get touched up right through there. Alrighty. Pull some red through there. Are you talking about the thing that looks like a radiator? Yeah, I think that's what I'm talking about. Like it's kind of flat and it has like a like a grill like cut out into it. Yeah, the top of that surface looks kind of splotchy. I wasn't sure if that was just because you were going to paint it a different color, or if it just needed another coat of black. Because it looks like it did get a black coat, it just, looks a little splotchy. How's that? Yeah, that's not bad. Let's get some of the hair color corrected up here. That might have been the angle. Okay, yeah, that's fair. Sometimes weird reflections can do that. Yeah, exactly. Shadows being cast in weird ways and stuff. Let's pull that shadow up just a little bit there. Grab the shadowed color, pull it through the eyebrows. Touch up that chin. Got it. This hair corrected. Nice. Good. 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 Good enough. Alright, let's get some lip color in there. Gotta be careful with it, because, well, she does wear lip color. She does not wear much. It is super thin. Might even be perfect to pull some of that red in here. That might have been too much off. There we go. A little bit on the top. Sweet. Good. Shape that a bit. Grab the shadow tone. Shape that to that side there. Let's give this a slight fade out. I soften the edge. That bottom edge is a little bit harder, actually. I like that. There we go. And this a little softer here. Cool. Pull some shadows up here, just a touch. Okay, let's see here. We need some eye reflections. There we go. A bit more of a red hue in the general area around her eyes, so we're going to pull some of that out. Might want to actually toss that onto a new layer, so it can be a bit more aggressive. And then pull it back after we're done. More like that. Yeah. Yeah. Let's see, filter. Let's blur that. Not quite that strong. Good. That'll work. Just kind of got to get that general feeling of the warmth there. Cool. Let's push that down onto. Oh, yeah, that's much nicer. All right, let's pull in a little bit of slightly warmer tones just to kind of mix up the hair a little bit so it's not nearly as flat feeling. There we go. That gives it a little bit more texture to it. Let's grab again, nice warm tone. This range, I want to say. I'm gonna hit the edge of those shadows. Ooh. let's do that onto a new layer. Where we can just go bop, 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 bop. Bop, bop. And filter, blur. And thinking and drop those down a bit. Actually, let's shift those more, a little brighter, more saturated. Yeah, kind of in that range. Just a touch of that over there. Maybe drop that opacity a tiny bit more. Definitely want that subsurface in here. Maybe it needs to be a bit more like that. Jump in layer-wise. Yeah, this final correction pass time is where all the little layers get added. All right. I need something real dark to kind of pull in right here. There we go. Let's grab some of that highlight yellow again. Just a little tiny bit. Oop. Maybe more just on the nose. Yeah, that's a little better. Give her a bit of blush. Oh my god, it's looking really good. Thank you. I definitely think it's looking pretty good myself. Much happier with this one than I was with the one I was working on this morning. That was, well, let's just say there's a good reason that stream's deleted to never be seen again. Let's see, filter. Let's throw a blur over that blush real quick, so we can kind of soften it out. Exactly what I need. And then let's bring in just a couple highlights for like the lip there. Kind of pull in a little highlight there, here and there for the hair. All right, that face is looking pretty spectacular. All right, now let's merge a bunch of those layers together, all the correction layers. Line art, let's lock its opacity real quick, so we can, actually we need to do one more thing before we lock the opacity. Get that in. All right, now let's lock its opacity. And we're going to zoom out a bunch. Grab that, drop it in tone a bit. That's too much. Or not nearly enough. Let's do that. Yeah. We can kind of soften this line art up a bit. And we can go here, grab a nice dark blue for the line art of pants. There. Excellent. Jump the hair, grab any darker hair tone for the line art of the hair. Just so that the line art kind of feels like it's the right color for everything. Maybe even saturate some of these a little bit more. We don't have to actually properly get rid of it, can just kind of let it be. Sweet. A little darker, a little redder. There we go. Like that. Alright, that's looking pretty okay. Some of that warmer line art in and around the other face bits or skin bits. It's going to need a background of some kind real quick. What do we got? Let's do a nice jar. Do a bright purple there to a similar dark. Maybe not quite. Yeah, that could work. Maybe we need to push that dark a little darker. And pull that just a little farther up now. There we go. That's better. All right, I'm gonna take a quick look. Oh, looks good. That's good. I'm glad you guys like it. Let's go in and touch up that necklace real quick. So that's not really done at all. We can add just a little bit brighter, get some highlights in there. We'll grab you for the choker, just so we can kind of keep a reasonable color motif through the thing. There we go. There we go, there we go. All right, let's see. Let's grab some reds. Because we've got that lance to do right there. I don't think we need to do this in any super high detail, just kind of gotta get the vague idea of it. It's got that little cross there. Cool. That a little thinner. There we go. And we can toss a quick shadow over that. Oh, didn't get buttons on her shirt. That'd probably be nice to have. You know, most people like buttons on their shirt, I hear. That's probably too many, actually. We need like half as many of those. Like one here. We need like one here. One here. There's one, another, and another. Cool. All right. I think I'm gonna call that good. You know, feels like it's come together pretty well, all things considered. For an hour and 50 minutes, that's not bad at all. I'm pretty happy with that. Actually, maybe let's do one other thing. It's gonna be very slight. Yeah. Select, modify, expand. Very slight. Border around the background there, or her as a whole. Let's try and paint bucket that. But if we deselect now, what do we got? Is that good? Actually expand that just a little bit more. Select, modify, expand like 3 more pixels. Paint bucket that. There, help give her a slightly more defined overall outline. I think we can actually darken that just a little more. Cool. You even have 70 minutes to spare. Yep. Well, I mean, you had to get it posted before midnight, but that's about the only real requirement I'm under, so yeah, about 70 minutes to spare. So, there you are. Thank you for coming to the stream. I hope you all enjoyed. Glad to have the returning faces, new faces, all that, as always. And, you know, it's been fun having you. Tomorrow, we'll be doing some Arknights. I believe... Who did I have intended for tomorrow? It was either Saria or Scathach. One of those. I'll have to double check the exact thing I wrote out, but one of the Arknights characters that's on banner right now. So gonna paint her up tomorrow, and we'll see you then around 5 o'clock, I believe. Anyways, have yourselves a good one and take care. Geary's out. Glad you enjoyed.